can't believe 22 years has passed since the horrible war of Iran-Iraq I was in, when the United States came and gave the incentive to Iraq to attack us. None of us knew better. We were all puppets in a scheme. As a 14-year-old, I got used to crawling over dead bodies of Iranian and Iraqi soldiers. Young and old alike gathered arms and pushed the Iraqis out of our country. It was like the world was against us and we didn't know why. But our valiant soldiers fought and fought for 8 years. I lost a lot of good friends, some of them from my high school. I saw some horrible things in the war. After I escaped and came to the United States, I thought that I would never have to deal with these images that haunted me. Images that I saw in my dreams, and sometimes wished and prayed that they were only that, just bad dreams, but I knew better. It's been 22 years, and I haven't really told my story to anyone. All of us raised arms, and we fought together as brothers, but we did not do it to save our oil, and we certainly didn't do it for the regime and for the ideals of these fanatic Muslims that are running our country. We didn't do it because we hated Saddam Hussein or the Iraqis. We did it because we did not want our innocent people dying, our innocent children being slaughtered and bombed. We did it because we are an ancient race, Persians, and we value our culture and thousands of years of history. I came to the United States with the dream that I would never have to worry about that again, that I would never have to revisit those horrible times in the war. But now, the same thing is happening here. First we had 9/11, when I rushed over there and volunteered at Ground Zero. When I put my hand on the ground, I still felt the heat, and I remember what it was like when we used to get bombed. We had a 9/11 every morning for a long time where I lived as a kid. I didn't want the same to be here in the United States. Our soldiers being lost, fallen, and crippled for life. Why do we have to have such a loss? Our soldiers are working hard over there. I don't care whose war this is. I don't care why they're there. Whether we're there for a righteous cause, or whether we're there to make some rich jerks even richer. Bottom line is that our troops are out there in some of the worst conditions. I should know because I've been there. Situations are grim. The fighting conditions are hard, and the territory is unknown. The desert can be very unforgiving. The troops signed up to protect their country, to protect their beliefs. But I don't feel they signed up for this. They had no clue that someday they'd be fighting in this kind of a condition, in these territories thousands of miles away from home where I fought when I was a kid. How many more hundreds have to lose their lives? How many more losses do we have to have before we finally get it? How many more families have to bear the pain of losing their loved ones in desolate desert lands thousands of miles away? How many more brothers have to fall? Sometimes things could be good though. Sometimes, very few times, our troops get to see the actual point of why they're there. When the universe decides to do something nice and to show them the fruits of their hard work over there. After all of us soldiers in the world have the same thing in common. We want to have something to hold and something to hang on to, a dream, a fantasy, where everyone can live in peace, and that we have compassion towards all mankind, and that as soldiers all around the world, as veterans, we all agree that the one thing we don't ever want to go back to is the experience we've been through. I was partly in charge of a project called the Healing Field in our Patriot Park in the desert. We had 3,000 US flags displayed in the park, each flag representing a fallen officer or a soldier, or someone that we lost on September 11th. It's an incredible feeling to stand in the middle of 3,000 US flags. At the same time, it's a very heavy feeling, very sad, to know that each of those flags standing 10 feet tall represents a lost one. And I realized that they weren't just from the United States. From every country that participates in our cause in Iraq. I know that we still have September 11th, and I don't care how it started, and that it's nothing to do with the fact that we're in Iraq. All I can say is support our troops, and God bless them and bring them home safe.